Welcome to Conversations Live. For more than a decade, we've brought you the best in books, entertainment, celebrity interviews, and current events. When the movers and shakers of the world have something to say to you, they say it to us first. Here's your host, Cyrus Webb.
And welcome back, everyone, to Conversations Live. I'm your host, Cyrus Webb. Glad you all could join us once again. But for our radio audience here in Mississippi at WYAD 94.1 FM and WYADonline.com, we're glad that you all could be with us. Also, tuning in to our friends at Amazon Music and iHeartRadio. We're glad you all could be with us as well. We're excited to welcome Curnin into our program today. You guys know him as the lead singer of The Fixx. They're celebrating a brand new album that's out today called Every 5 Seconds. We're going to talk to Cy not only about his own love of music, but what it's been like for the group to be able to share this new music with all of you. And, of course, we'll let you guys know how to stay connected with them, as I know they're excited to be able to meet you guys in person again. Cy, thank you so much again for the time. Really appreciate it.
Oh, it's my pleasure. You know, it's always great to be on record release day. It kind of, brings the full circle round. You record a record, you write a record, record a record, and then you get out on the road to promote it. Awesome.
Right.
What a career.
And so you definitely love being out there. I was when I was prepping for your segment, I listened to an interview you did a few years ago, and you talked about that experience of sharing music with your fans. I want to talk about this experience for you today as we're celebrating Every 5 Seconds. What was it like for you to help create this music and now to be able to share it with the rest of us?
Well, if you look at what sound is, it's an energy. And what community is, it's a collective energy. So when you take a creative energy and put it into a collective energy, you get a communion. And that communion is a very soulful release. And I think people have overtaken this energy for their own nefarious needs. Politically, there's a lot of sort of skullduggery going on, and I think we need to reclaim the high ground and let people decide for themselves how they feel in the day. I think music is a great flag to fly at the top of that hill.
Yeah. So I'm so glad you said that. Again, referencing another interview that you did, you were talking about the success of the single Saved by Zero, and you talked about some of the meanings of that. Even in what you just said, that's one of the great things about what The Fixx has done. You're able to entertain, but also make people think. Every 5 seconds, you guys are doing it again. I know I got the album through our friends at Amazon Music, and songs like Closer, Wake Up, and even Lonely as a Lighthouse. You're able to share great music, but also the messages as well. Is that part of the connection you think you have with your audience, that you're able to bring them in with the music, but also leave them with the message?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, as a human being, I was born, I was woken up, and then I was indoctrinated, awash with messages and words and thoughts, and told to believe this, told to believe that. Yet, in my core, there's a question to everything. And I think what we've tried to do as a band is, though you accept the physicality of being alive, there should be a questioning and a balancing of all the experiences that you have. And then you use your heart and your emotions to guide you home. I think that's what we've learned as we've gotten wiser and seen the effects of certain songs as opposed to others. And you want it to be meaningful. You don't just want it to be sort of like a lightweight, disposable piece of nothing. So we put that in, and if it connects, great for us.
And speaking of that connection, part of what The Fixx has not been afraid to do is to embrace the world that we live in, the changing world that definitely has impacted your industry. Do you think that is one of the reasons why The Fixx has had the longevity? Because you guys have not strayed away from how people now have consumed music, but also enjoy music.
Yeah, I think that's what's kept us together as a band. It's been not only a satisfying thing, it's been a very alluring way to spend our time. There may have been things that would have distracted us and pulled us apart, but it never happened. We always felt that the work we were doing was more important and more rewarding. And so as we've crossed the sort of ups and downs of a career where, we're playing in huge stadiums, and then several years later we're playing in, theaters and stuff like that. It's not the size of the audience, it's the power of the audience that counts. And so as long as I can see the whites of people's eyes, I'm a happy guy.
Yeah, and now thankfully we're back to where we're able to do that. I know you had mentioned in a previous conversation on the side that this is a project you guys hoped to release a couple of years ago, but of course life happened to all of us in 2020, so we're glad now to be able to have this music. Talk to us about your own love of music, though. I mean, I know for myself what music has done for me as a listener. As a creator of music, Cy, what has it done for you in your life?
Well, you know, when you smell something good coming out of the kitchen, it just captures you. Well, music for me was that from an early age. You'd hear sounds that would just completely overtake your sense of being, and it would stimulate feelings inside of you that were larger than your own experiences. So from an early age, you know, when I heard Aretha Franklin singing Say a Little Prayer, or when I was listening to my mum loved flamenco music, when I would hear the passion coming out of that guitar, or you know, the early Rolling Stones or the early Beatles, these things had themes that were like universal. They were like the initial toe in the water to something called a universal truth. And music is that. Vibrations, it's energy, and it's a communication outside of the two-dimensional, I speak, you listen. It goes more than that. It's something you can do whilst you're doing something else, and it's 3D, it's 4D, it's transcending. So my love of music is, you never know, you're going to hear something new. You almost have to pull to the side of the road. Today it's like, get Shazam out, and you go, what is this? And then you trap it and find it, or it's some ethnic station on a public radio where you'll hear some weird little nose flute playing and it's beguiling, or the oldest song in the world from Armenia, things like that. Truly inspiring, and it's a human gift. We all have it. Not everyone can take the time to play music, but we can all listen to it.
Right. And that's the opportunity you've given us now. Again, everyone, Cy Curnin has been our guest, the lead singer of The Fixx. They're celebrating their brand new album out now. It's called Every 5 Seconds. As I mentioned, I got it through our friends at Amazon Music. You can get it through your favorite online retailer. And I know, Cy, you guys are excited to be back out there meeting your fans. How can they stay connected with you and what's coming?
Well, Fixx.com, Fixx on all the social media platforms. There's constantly there's news updates. There'll be more dates announced for mid-August and September. We'll be back out in December. We always like to be out in December because it's all nice. The Christmas spirit joins in, and the audience just seems to have that childlike expectation, which is always a wonderful thing to experience from a stage. So we'll be doing that, and hopefully into next year.
All right, so thefixx.com, we'll make sure that we link that up for our audience as well. Cy, a real honor and pleasure to speak with you. Thank you so much for spending part of your release day with us, and looking forward to speaking with you again.
Thank you, Cy.
And we thank your audience for tuning in to another great segment of Conversations Live. Until next time, I'm your host, Cyrus Webb, saying as always, enjoy your day, enjoy your life, enjoy your world. Thank you all for choosing Conversations Live. Now let's go make today amazing. Take care.